My beloved child, I speak now not in thunder, but with a gentle voice that calms storms and restores peace. In the middle of your confusion, your fears, your long nights, I'm calling you to keep your heart steady. You've tried to carry too much for too long, and I see it all. I know the silent tears that fall when no one is watching, the weight on your chest that refuses to lift, the fear that whispers, will it ever get better? Let this be your sacred pause. Breathe in my presence. You are not alone in this. I am the one who commands the waves and silences the wind. The same voice that told the sea, "Be still," is speaking into your storm right now. And when I speak, the chaos cannot stay. Every fear within you will bow. Every doubt will fade. So hand over your anxieties, even the ones you're too afraid to name. Surrender the questions that scream louder at night. Give me the heartbreak, the exhaustion, the restlessness. Let me take the burden off your shoulders, for I did not design you to carry it alone. You were made to walk with me, not ahead of me. And definitely not without me. I know the world tells you to be strong, to just push through. But child, real strength is found in surrender. Come to me with your trembling hands. I will hold them steady. Do not be afraid of your weaknesses. They are not a disqualification, they are my invitation. For in your weakness, my power is made perfect. The storm that surrounds you is not bigger than the spirit that lives within you. Come close. Closer than your fears. Closer than your memories. Right here in my presence is where peace is reborn. Remember the times I carried you when you couldn't stand. I was there when the way forward vanished and all you saw was darkness. And I will do it again, because I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. My compassion never runs dry. My mercy never retreats. I'm not just the God of miracles, I'm your Father, and I'm not going anywhere. So let me remind you, the same power that raised Jesus from the dead is working in you. There is no storm I cannot calm, no brokenness I cannot heal, no tear I will overlook. Let your heart rest, not because the storm is over, but because you trust the one who controls it. Stay here. In this moment. With me. You remember those moments, don't you? The nights when your hope flickered like a candle in the wind, and yet, somehow, it didn't go out. That wasn't luck. That was me. When you whispered prayers you didn't have the words to finish, I was already moving. When you felt like your strength had run out and you couldn't take another step, it was my strength that carried you. You thought you were barely surviving, but I was building something in you. Quietly. Lovingly. Powerfully. Even in your lowest valleys, I never stopped working behind the scenes. Every closed door wasn't a rejection, it was protection. Every delay wasn't denial, it was preparation. And every battle that left you bruised was shaping your endurance. I never left your side. You may have forgotten how far you've come, but I haven't. I was there for every victory, even the small ones no one else noticed. The moment you chose kindness when you were hurting. The time you got up and tried again, even when everything in you screamed to quit. I saw it all. And I smiled. Child, your journey matters to me. Not just where you're going, but who you're becoming along the way. I am still the same God who parted the seas, who made rivers flow in the desert, who turned mourning into dancing. And I haven't changed. If I did it before, I will do it again, not because you've earned it, but because I love you. So don't let discouragement cloud your vision. Don't listen to the enemy's lies telling you your best days are behind you. Your story isn't over. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. I have written your name on my heart. Not in pencil, not in ink, but carved deeply with eternal love. And no circumstance, no failure, no person can remove it. Come to me again. Not with guilt or shame, but with openness. With your questions. With your doubts. With your weariness. I am not disappointed in you, I'm delighted that you still want to hear my voice. And yes, I still speak. Sometimes through a whisper. Sometimes through my word. Sometimes through the peace that washes over you for no reason, except that you finally let go and leaned into me. So, here's what I want you to know right now. Your path is not behind you. It's ahead. And I'm already there, waiting with open arms. What I'm about to do will not just restore you, it will renew you. From the inside out. From the ashes, beauty will rise. I'm not done. I'm just getting started. You've heard so many voices lately. The world speaks with urgency, with pressure, with noise that never seems to stop. Expectations scream. Opinions flood in. Fear lurks behind every headline. But I ask you now, quiet yourself, and let my voice rise above it all. In this sacred silence, I speak peace over your soul. You don't need to chase clarity in 1,000 directions. You don't have to figure out every detail of tomorrow. I am not asking you to outrun your fear or suppress your feelings, I'm asking you to bring them to me. Right now. In this moment. I am your refuge. The stillness in your storm. The calm in your conflict. I do not shout to compete for your attention, I wait for you to turn down the volume of the world and listen from your spirit. Feel this truth settle into your heart, my peace is not like what the world offers. It is not fragile. It is not conditional. It does not depend on good news or favorable outcomes. My peace is a deep river that flows even when everything on the surface seems chaotic. I want you to rest in it. Breathe again. Not with tension in your chest, but with trust. With surrender. With the assurance that you are held, completely, securely, tenderly. When doubts rush in like waves, threatening to capsize your confidence, hold on to this, I'm the one who walks on water. And I'm inviting you to do the same, not by your own ability, but by fixing your eyes on me. As long as you stay focused on my presence, no wave will pull you under. And even if you start to sink, I will reach out, instantly. That's what grace looks like. You are not walking through your challenges unnoticed. I see every effort you make. Every choice to love. Every time you choose faith over fear, even when it feels like the harder path. Heaven sees. And heaven is cheering you on. So don't let your heart be troubled. The enemy wants to steal your peace, not just through circumstances, but through distraction. He wants you tangled in thoughts that drain you. But I've come to give you rest, real rest. Not escape. Not denial. But a rest that revives. Let my word be the anchor that holds you firm. Let my presence be your hiding place when the winds rise again. This peace I give you. It's not temporary. It's not partial. It's perfect. It will guard your heart and mind. It will center you when everything spins. And it will testify, again and again, that you are not forsaken. You're walking through this life with me. And where I am, there is peace. Not just around you, but inside you. Let that peace speak louder than the noise. You may not feel it, but you are on the edge of something sacred. A shift is happening, not loud, not dramatic, but steady and sure. You've endured a long season. One filled with waiting, with tears, with questions you couldn't voice. But I want you to know, none of it has been wasted. Not a single tear fell unnoticed. Not a single sigh slipped past me. Breakthrough doesn't always look like fireworks. Sometimes, it looks like waking up with renewed strength. Sometimes, it's the door you didn't expect opening wide. And sometimes, it's just the quiet realization that what once overwhelmed you no longer holds the same weight. You're closer than you think. You've been planting seeds in faith, prayers whispered through weariness, praise offered in the dark, obedience in the quiet moments when no one was watching. And those seeds are growing, even if you can't see the fruit yet. Don't lose heart. The enemy wants you to believe that nothing's changing, that the silence means abandonment. But silence isn't absence, it's often preparation. Just because you don't see the harvest yet doesn't mean it isn't coming. In fact, the ground is already trembling with new life. I am working. Behind every closed curtain, I'm setting the stage. Behind every delay, I'm building strength. And in every waiting moment, I'm increasing your capacity to carry what I've prepared. You have asked me, how much longer? And I've heard that cry, not with irritation, but with love. Because I understand that waiting is hard. But I also see the full picture. I know what's ahead, and I know what you'll need to walk into it with joy, not just survival. So keep your eyes on me, not the clock. When you're tempted to compare your pace to others, pause. Their story isn't yours. Their journey is not your path. I've written something unique for you, filled with divine appointments and sacred assignments that no one else can fulfill. You've walked through fire, and yet, you haven't been consumed. You've been in the wilderness, but you haven't been abandoned. And now, you are stepping into the edge of promise. Every trial, every testing moment, every night you held on by a thread, they're all becoming part of your testimony. I'm not just bringing you out, I'm bringing you forward. You will look back on this time not as the end, but as the turning point. The moment everything began to unfold. Stay faithful, stay close, and above all, stay expectant. Because what I've prepared for you will be worth every step it took to get here. You've made it this far not by accident, but by grace. And though the road ahead may still seem unclear, I want you to know, your future has not slipped from my hands. Even now, in the waiting, in the wondering, I am weaving purpose into every step you take. Yes, it's tempting to worry. To let the unknown cast shadows over your peace. But child, you were never called to figure it all out. You were called to follow me, not with fear, but with faith. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need a willing heart. I've never needed your perfection, only your trust. Because I see what you cannot, the details you've missed, the timing you didn't expect, the protection that came through redirection. Every detour had meaning. Every delay was part of my design. I know the dreams that live in you, the quiet hopes you hesitate to voice. The ones you shelved, believing it was too late or that you missed your moment. But let me speak this into your soul, nothing I've spoken over you has been cancelled. What I begin, I complete. What I promise, I fulfill. Your future is not built on your strength, it's anchored in my sovereignty. And when you're afraid of making the wrong decision, don't freeze. Just take the next faithful step, and I will guide your path. I don't abandon my own in the middle of the story. If I started a good work in you, trust that I'm not only capable of finishing it, I'm committed to doing so with excellence. Let go of the lie that you're behind. You are exactly where I knew you would be. Even your stumbles were accounted for in my grace. You haven't ruined your destiny, in fact, I've already factored your humanity into the equation. That's what mercy looks like. That's what a father does. You may not know what tomorrow holds, but you know me, and I hold tomorrow. So pause. Breathe. Return to the present moment. I'm already there, too. Guiding, nudging, preparing. You are not wandering in circles. You're walking through a process, one that's shaping you for what's next. You're not just being delayed, you're being developed. And when the time comes, when the doors open, when the opportunities align, when the answers fall into place, you'll look back and understand why the waiting was necessary. I'm not just preparing things for you. I'm preparing you for the things I've prepared. So, lift your head. Refuse to live in regret. Stop rehearsing old failures. Let my voice define your steps, not the opinions of others, not the pressure of time, not the fear of the unknown. The same hands that formed the stars are holding your story. You are not forgotten. You are not off course. You are still in my plan. And that plan is still good. You've walked through the shadows. You've wrestled with uncertainty and carried more than most could see. But this is not the end of your story, this is where the light begins to break through. You may not have noticed it yet. It might not feel dramatic. But beneath the surface, something holy is awakening. The ground you've been standing on, though it has felt dry and barren, is now being soaked in promise. What once seemed lifeless is starting to stir with new growth. You are not who you were when this began. You've changed. You've deepened. And I have been shaping you, not just to endure, but to rise. Let me say it clearly, this is a turning point. The breakthrough you've been praying for, the healing you've been hoping to see, the clarity you've longed to receive, it is nearer than you realize. I've been working behind the scenes, preparing a path not just to deliver you, but to reveal you. Yes, reveal you, the you that has been hidden beneath the weight of past pain, under the pressure of others' expectations, behind the masks you wore to survive. It's time for my light to shine fully through you. Not just around you, but from you. You were created to reflect my glory. Not to remain stuck in cycles of survival, but to live boldly, joyfully, freely. No longer bound by fear. No longer silenced by shame. No longer trapped by the shadows of what if and not enough. I am removing the ashes of yesterday and placing a crown of beauty on your head. Not because you earned it, but because you're mine. And when I restore, I don't simply return what was lost, I multiply it. I redeem it. I make it new. So step into the light. Let go of what no longer fits. The labels, the limitations, the lies, they have no authority here. You are not a prisoner of the past. You are a vessel of promise. A child of light. And I'm leading you into a season where joy returns, where purpose becomes clear, where peace settles in your soul like never before. Don't be afraid to believe again. I know you've been disappointed. I know you've guarded your heart. But I am safe. My promises are sure. And what I am doing now in your life is not fragile or fleeting, it is eternal. This light that's rising. It's not just for a moment. It's the beginning of a new chapter, one marked by faith, freedom, and fullness. So stand tall. Not in your strength, but in mine. Let hope rise again like the sun after a long night. Let your spirit stretch wide and welcome the dawn. And when the first rays of breakthrough touch your soul, you'll know. This was always coming. I had it planned all along. The light is here. And you're ready to walk in it.